If you intend on disinheriting someone out of your estate plan, is it better to include a small bequest to them rather than leaving them out entirely? This was a question that came in from a viewer, and I'd like to answer it now. I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, an estate planning attorney here in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking help in either estate planning or trust administration after someone's passing, you can feel free to reach out to us for a free conversation at yourplanningattorney.com. And speaking of value, we are here to educate everyone for free as well. Lots of free. We like to educate. But in order for us to do so, we need your help. So please share and ask questions so we can help some folks along the way. Thank you. Okay, disinheritance. I did a video recently about it, how you probably don't want to use a will if you're going to be disinheriting a child especially, or something of that kind, someone who would be deemed what we call an heir at law under state intestacy law. Well, giving them just a small bequest under the will, I don't think really benefits you or makes the situation better. And I'll tell you two reasons why. This was, I think, a common practice back maybe a decade, 2 decades ago now. Scary. But giving a small bequest, right? I don't think it's any better in the eyes of the beneficiary, right? Like, oh, great, they gave me $500 and, my siblings are getting hundreds of thousands or whatever. I don't think it would stop that individual from, say, seeking recourse through litigation if they were going to do so already. The prior thought was that most estate plans include a provision that says if you are provided some inheritance and you fight against the estate plan and lose, then you could also lose your inheritance. But I think giving nominal amounts, the impact on the individual who's receiving less, I don't know that would normally make a difference. And in fact, there was one particular case many years ago, when early in my practice of law, where an older woman, she was widowed, had, I think, 5 kids. She wanted to leave 2 of the children about $10,000, and she was worth multiple millions. She had reasoning for doing so, having provided for them during their lifetime. And the bulk was going to the other 3 children. Well, those 2 children wound up suing the estate. It was actually a trust even, and that can happen sometimes. And the benefit, and I know I've mentioned this before, was I had her in her own writing write the reasons why she was limiting their inheritance, including, all that she had provided them during their lifetime, her lifetime. And they did wind up, that document was really the piece of information that held up the woman's wishes. Luckily, because that was rightfully her right to do so. But putting a nominal amount, I don't believe really puts much of a benefit on the side of their limiting any kind of litigation from happening. And if you do so under a will, again, I just mentioned the other woman had a trust. Doing so, though, under a will, it's much more likely that litigation could ensue because there's already a matter open within the court. At least with a trust, you are not opening a case because it's a private document and process after someone's passing. Whereas with the will, you are automatically going through a court process. And if it's open, it's a little easier for someone to say, no, I disagree, right? Instead of having to maybe file something for the first time in the court relative to that person's passing. Obviously, it does happen on occasion, but it's less common. I hope that's helpful. I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning law firm in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking any help in estate planning or probate administration, probate/trust administration, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at yourplanningattorney.com. We'd be happy to help. I hope you've learned something new here today. Please don't forget, share, and take care.